Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Hi, everybody.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to our drug podcast. We are so gladly to be here. Thank you so much.
Don't forget to donate.
Yeah, don't forget to donate below the link. It will help my pockets for my drug addiction. Thank you so much.
Okay, guys. It's so meet our awesome M out
Hey.
there. She's fantastic and phenomenal. We have done other podcasts already, so if you haven't watched our previous videos, go ahead watch it. And meet our superstar.
Dave Franco, thank you so much. Yeah, I'm Dave Franco. Thank you so much. Welcome.
What kind
Thank
of
you.
drugs you did? Okay, again, one more M. Hi, right here. So today's topic that we are kind of discussing is: do we really need to pay for college to be successful in
Ye-
America or anywhere?
Yeah. No,
The
you don't.
world.
You don't need to. You don't need college to be successful. But if you're trying to become a doctor or a surgeon, you
Yeah.
do. Or some physical type of some like really like hard. Yeah, you do
Yeah,
need
but-
college, but not always.
Yeah, but so where we are last time, I was giving an example is any trade like self-taught, taught trade.
I mean,
Like
listen.
for example,
uh,
handiwork or
Yeah.
working on cars or something, that might not need school education, but you still need training
Right.
under somebody.
Like, let's say you can become successful by just doing the stock market. You don't need college for that.
Who's going to give you the money?
Who's gonna give you the money? Well, you can get a loan. You
What
can.
what if you lose all the money?
Well, then you screw up.
First of all, how do you get a loan when you're nobody?
Well, you work hard. You build up your credit and stuff. Like
How are you going to build up the credit?
Huh?
How are you going to build up the credit?
by working
long
hard.
it's gonna be?
You work some simple job. And then you put money into and you do a lot of reading. So for that you don't need to go to college.
How much time will you spend reading?
As long as you feel like you're comfortable.
Comfortable?
Yeah.
But then how are you going to convert your reading into dollars?
By doing a lot of research and stuff.
So
And
if you
talking
do
to
a lot of
people,
reading, a lot of research,
Yes.
talking to people,
Mhm.
and then how you're going to make money? Give us one idea. Like the viewers want to know.
Well, real estate, it's a good way to become successful. You don't need to go to college. You can like or invest into like crypto. If you
But where
believe-
are you getting that money?
where
Drugs?
no, I cannot say that. People are watching, so the feds are watching. So I cannot say that legally. I cannot say that.
So Cash Patel is going to go after you?
No, another way. By the way, I'm not saying this.
Is Trump is going to deport you?
Listen. I'm not saying this, but one way. This is not me speaking money laundering. This is not me speaking money laundering.
But that's illegal. I'm talking about legal.
Like I said, I'm not saying it's me. I'm just saying money laundering.
But that is not how the kids need to grow up in the society. That's not what.
Okay, so
Yeah.
you know what you do? You get the newspaper.
Maybe that's how kids should be raised. No.
Guys, listen to this podcast for sure. Great viewpoints.
I know we're so
So crazy.
yeah, we're crazy over here.
Welcome back. Okay, so without college education, right? How can you survive in a society? Which means you should be able to pay for your house or something. So if you say it's not required, what are
Well,
the
listen.
majority of
Li-
people
li-
living in the world, are they doing something wrong?
But listen, no, a lot of people are not going to college and they're doing YouTube and stuff and getting successful from YouTube nowadays.
How many people?
A lot of people.
How many people you know?
That do I know who
Yeah.
are successful?
Yeah, they're
Like personally?
yeah, personally. How many people you know?
Nah, a lot of people.
So
So
tell me, like, because we are watching videos,
mhm.
we ourselves are starting a
Right.
media organization
Right.
ourselves, but it takes time.
That
Takes time
it
and
does take
effort.
time, but you don't need to go to college for that.
You don't have to go to college, but what if it fails? What if YouTube fails? What if the friendship breaks and
Right.
people go their own ways.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, either you can be popular by yourself. Yeah, go ahead.
No, I'm just gonna. You're saying so. You're asking. We're going back to the topic.
Hmm.
Do we have to
Have a college degree.
college
Yeah.
degree?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And you're saying, okay, what if YouTube fails? What if college fails?
Tell
Like
me.
that? Yeah.
Yeah, tell me, like, when the college fails, what is the percentage of people who will become jobless when they failed out of college for whatever reason it might be? They might be leaving the college by themselves or whatever, right?
Mhm.
Tell me, give me a substantial reason behind how can you survive without college? All these prices, increasing prices, everything. How can you? You guys have valid points. I agree with
Yeah, I'm just thinking about it.
But
I mean, I still stick with my answer. Like, you don't need a college education to survive.
Not always.
Right.
not
Not
always.
Not
you.
always.
Yeah, like you said, doctors, engineers.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, yes, that, like, nurses, doctors, medical degrees. You
Hmm.
need to go to
What
college.
is stopping you from learning nursing, everything from college? From the YouTube. Why do you?
Well, why
need-
would I trust somebody who learned from YouTube? When like he's like taking like my surgery. Life's
Then-
open surgery.
then why do you think companies should trust somebody who learned
Okay,
their trade from
so
YouTube?
Going back to that question,
Mm-hmm.
then how you can't become a nurse just from YouTube is because when you go to college, there's clinicals. So you actually have to go through the work. You have to go because YouTube can only show you so much,
Mhm.
right? You need
The
there's-
tools.
Yeah, you need the tools. You actually need to go through actual experiences
Okay.
through your clinicals
Right.
to actually
So
have.
tell me a trade where you don't need experiences. You can just go straight to work.
Real estate.
Being
you
a
need
ma-
experience. You need experience how to
I
sell
mean,
a
if you know how to
house,
sell
like,
stuff.
it's not about just selling. You need to know how is the house built and like the conditions of the house, nook and corners of like you cannot go sell a dirty rotten house to somebody. They'll probably
Right.
you
Right.
need to know what
Okay,
you're talking about,
but
right?
You're saying college education, or are you saying training? Or is it training
Because
considered
y-
college education?
Because you combined now nurse needs like nerds can go through YouTube education, but they need certain
Skills.
Right. Okay.
skills
So
training
here.
with the
now nurses,
Mhm.
because you can do the study like a portion of your education for nursing, you can do online, right? So yeah, you basically can learn how to be
But YouTube
But-
certifications are not. They don't consider YouTube certifications.
right. Just because you learn from YouTube and you have all the knowledge to be a nurse, right? Because you don't have that actual experience, like the hands-on experience, you're never going to get hired. You're never
Perfect.
going to be a real nurse.
Then how can another person like Mr.
Dave Franco.
Dave Franco mentioned, how can anybody will hire somebody because they say like, hey, I learned this from YouTube. Why do you think somebody will hire you? I'm not talking about
No.
mom and pop
No.
stores.
You're asking for an example of
Yeah.
what type of
Yeah.
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 Let's see. I mean, I have heard of a position where someone just learned straight from YouTube. It's not coming to my mind right now, but I have heard of one.
So you heard.
I have
Which means 1 in
Like
million.
Wait, like, are you talking about like?
Yes.
1 in million.
Right. Like
But
there
how
is
can
a
you
position.
compare us to the 1 in million?
Wait, are you talking about like nursing or in general?
No, like he's asking for an example of a position that does not require that you can learn from YouTube and then somebody would hire you.
Oh, musician.
There you go.
Yeah, musician. Like a lot of people like, or even like filmmaker. Like you can learn online to become a filmmaker, and people will hire you.
How many people in the world can become a actually self-taught musician?
So many.
Yes, everybody. Even I want to become a musician.
If you put the time and you
Yes.
study,
Yeah,
you can become whatever you want.
I
you
agree
know.
with that.
I totally 100% agree.
Yeah, I agree with
But
that.
are you gonna? How many people actually are putting in that effort? One.
It
in
just depends.
million-
It's
One
just-
in million will be a musician.
Okay, so go back to your question.
Mhm.
Earlier, you asked, what is the average American doing wrong then? right?
Yeah, you need to tell me, because that's the
What we're
question.
doing wrong is that we in
I'm gonna tell you what
if
we're doing.
you-
I'm gonna tell you what we're doing wrong. First of all, we want a lot of things, but we're not putting in the work, because we just want things to be hand out. So you need to put in the work, whatever it is. You need to do the hard work. You need to sacrifice a lot of things, so that you can achieve the greater thing. You need to look at the future. And a lot of people are afraid of that.
So going to school is not one of the sacrifices you want to make.
You
no,
can.
that's a big sacrifice.
Yeah, that's a big sacrifice.
That's a big
Financially, mentally.
Yeah.
Sometimes like some of the degrees, you need to go out of state. So that's like family. You need to sacrifice a lot of things, and you need to believe in yourself
But
that you're gonna
what
succeed.
you just said, you need to sacrifice, right?
Yeah.
Then sacrifice is sacrifice. So
Right.
what is there any levels in sacrifice, like a bigger sacrifice, smaller sacrifice?
Yeah,
Like,
yes.
yeah?
There are.
There are. So
There are.
what level of sacrifice you guys are talking about then?
No, so I mean I can't speak for Gino.
But you
I'm
yeah,
for myself.
yeah.
Dave
talk
Franco,
about-
excuse
yeah.
me.
Oh, sorry, Dave Franco over here.
Brain fried.
Yeah, I know, brain fart. I was trying to think of how to phrase this in the best way possible. The average.
We have a brain fart.
a delayed.
All right, continue.
So it just goes back. So kind of going back to what Dave Franco over here was talking about. It's about the effort you're gonna put, right?
Mhm.
And I also think as an average American, maybe we have a hard time believing in ourselves,
Mhm.
or we feel like maybe
Oh, guys.
Okay,
time-
seems like you
Guys.